Hi, welcome back. My name is Cara Michelle and I am here to help you live your truth. And on today's video, I want to talk about how to break out of the victim cycle and find your peace, find your freedom, and find your empowerment. So one thing that's really important to preface this with, I guess, or just explain, is that a lot of times we aren't trying to stay in a victim mode, but we're not even aware of it. And we become a victim to our circumstance without realizing that there is another way, there is an opportunity for us to feel more empowered, to feel more in control over our lives and ourselves, and take that high road. So yes, there are hard times in life. Yes, there are things that we wish didn't happen or we wish they happened differently, right? There's always going to be more that we're striving for or looking for and desiring. But if you give all of your power towards that circumstance that either does or doesn't exist, you're taking all your inner power away. You're taking away your connection to source, the universe, God, angels, spirit, whatever you want to call it. You're cutting that cord, and you're basically saying that I have no control over my life, I have no power, I have no support, I'm just this small little person, and I don't have any say, and this is how it is. That's kind of the energy you're taking on, whether you realize it or not. And I just made another video about that, about breaking out of the struggle, where I share a little bit more about that, as well as another video where I'm talking about finding more empowerment in your mind and body and how those connect. So all of these videos you can find on my channel. They're relevant and will go and tie in really nicely. But when you're in a state of victim consciousness, you're in a very low vibration. You're not in a place of showing up in your best light, and you don't really have much self-worth or self-belief, because as I just said, you're subconsciously telling yourself that you have no control over your life, and you're giving all your power to external things instead of having it to your internal self. So a way to catch yourself in this is to really start to notice multiple things. But if you're complaining all the time, this is a huge key. If you're a complainer, you're basically just like, firstly, that's such negative energy that you don't need, and it's a waste of energy, a waste of time, and a waste of your thoughts. But on top of that, it's really keeping you in a victim state, because you're just constantly negative, complaining about this, that, and another thing, instead of learning how to accept the situation and honor it, or just be okay with it, because that's what it is. So a way to look at this and kind of shift that or reframe it is to realize that the more you're trying to force or fight your situation, the more stress and struggle you're causing, because your situation is there. So unless you actually are looking for a solution and taking a solution-based focus to find the positive, find the answers, to learn, grow, and then get there, otherwise you're just focusing on the negative, you're just stirring the pot, staying in this really low vibe state that isn't helping you, and continuing to feel like you don't have any power or any say. So it's really important to create that awareness around that and take note of how you're showing up, how you're speaking to yourself, what you're believing in each moment, and then learn to accept whatever it is that comes your way. So we all have times where this could be with work, this could be with relationships, with money, with school, anything where it's not ideal and it's not exactly how you wanted it to be. But this is so crucial, because how you wanted it to be, it's not reality. And also, you don't have control. This is going to get complicated, because I do believe we're all conscious creators, and so we do have the power to consciously create what happens. But at the same time, it's not up to you to have everything work out exactly the way you want it to. And especially not when you're operating from a low vibe state. That comes when you've done the work consistently and you've like risen above everything, and you're in this I don't want to say a Buddha-like state, but you're in this really good place where you actually are a conscious creator and you are able to manifest. And perfect example would be like Abraham, right, from Abraham Hicks, and how it's all about staying in the vortex in that high level place. That's when you're going to be consciously creating for good. But if you're negative or complaining or judgy or perfectionist or really critical, you're going to find yourself continuing to just kind of influence the situation negatively, and then you're going to be mad because it didn't work out the way you wanted it to. But you can't always control those things. All you can control is how you handle it after and what you choose to do from it. So one of the biggest things I always talk about with my clients and inside my inner presence method is about reframing your struggles and really finding the lesson or the blessing inside the struggle. So, and like, it's gonna look different for everyone, but really what I found was that I was kind of being a victim for a while because my brother passed away, and then I was sexually assaulted, and then I had this really traumatic car accident, and I didn't realize I was being a victim, but I kind of was like comparing to other people and being like, well, they don't understand because they haven't been through anything like this, and all they like, none of my friends know this kind of struggle, so what are they complaining about? And I was playing a victim and staying very disempowered and negative and small. And so what I started to realize was that there were lessons in the struggle, and mostly for me, it really came down to strength. All of those things made me stronger. They made me step up in the world in a different way and show up in a new light. They made me more interested in pursuing certain things, making a bigger difference, having a positive impact on other people, right? All of those things came from the struggle. So if I choose to stay as a victim, I totally can, but then I'm not actually able to make a difference or to do anything positive or to just feel good each day. Whereas if I choose to look for the lesson, see what I've learned, and take a hero's mindset, instead of playing the victim, I'm going to play the hero, and I'm going to believe, you know what? I conquered these things. I learned so much. I've grown. I've become so much stronger, more capable. I'm not the person who I was before those things happened. And it forced a lot of growth. And you know what? I'm happy with who I am today. So in turn, I'm a little bit grateful for what's happened and where it brought me to. So realizing that you have the power in whether you choose to stay a victim or you choose to be the hero, and be the hero of your own story, so that you can start to thrive and you can start to chase after all your dreams and do all those things you've always dreamed of doing that maybe seem so far off right now because you're just not in the state, you're not ready, or maybe you're ready, but you're not in that place right now to actually align with it. So let me know in the comments if this relates to you, if you found this helpful, if you've ever noticed yourself getting caught in a victim mode, and let me know what you've done to pull yourself back out of it. And I hope this was helpful. If you want more information, I've also just done a free training, and it's all about overcoming and breaking free from anxiety, limiting beliefs, and past struggles, so that you can start to live out your dreams in 90 days or less. And you can click that down in the description box below. And it's really, really important because anyone who's watched this training so far has seen that it really does come down to them. They have so much power, and it's up to you whether you choose to take that knowledge that I share in that free training and apply it and really take action towards making a difference, or if you choose to stay where you are and maybe blame your circumstance or blame other people around you and not take any ownership. So I hope you check out the training, and I hope you realize that you have the power within you, but it all starts with you. So you've got to make the changes, and my training shows you how. So I'd love to see you inside there, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.